I'm Patrick Watson, I'm an astrologer, and you're watching Big Fat Astro Vlog, and today I'm going to be delivering you a monthly horoscope for the month of September 2018 for all Pisces risings out there. That's not Pisces suns, that's Pisces risings, and I'm going to try to do this in 5 minutes. So, on September 3rd, Venus will be entering its pre-retrograde shadow phase. Basically, this is the opening ceremonies for the Venus retrograde drama of October-November, because 25 Libra is the degree at which Venus will eventually station direct at after its sojourn backward through Scorpio into Libra. So basically on September 3rd, if you're with someone, you may notice some issues sort of bubbling up around that time, which may become bigger issues down the road in October, November. If you are single, then you may make some social connections, which will probably become part of that narrative in October and November. So keep an eye out on September 3rd. On September 6th, this is when Saturn stations direct in your 11th house. The 11th house is to do with like awards, things that you receive on account of that which you do. And with Saturn going through that sign, it's interesting because normally the 11th is quite a good house, but with Saturn going through that sign, it's almost like saying there are these things which you like, which are bestowed upon you, but they probably are more work and effort than they're worth. Gifts, which are kind of like curses in a way. It's sort of like how if someone gives you a pet for your birthday and you didn't ask for a pet, and then you have to take care of the pet, and like you never asked for a pet, so like it's kind of annoying that like you were just basically given a responsibility. That's sort of like what Saturn transiting through the 11th can be like. So when Saturn stations direct in that part of your chart, there may be a time when you kind of say like no further, like I don't accept this responsibility that's been like bestowed upon me. Of course, on the other hand, it may also be a time when you are denied by someone else, like because it's the house of friends, right? So this may be a time when, I don't know, I guess you feel like excluded or rejected out of like a sort of inner circle of professional associates or something. That's Saturn. Now on September 9th, there is a new moon at 17 degrees of Virgo, and what's interesting about this one is it's almost exactly opposite Neptune. So an overriding theme of the 2 weeks following this date from September 9th, it should be about things which don't appear as they seem. Things don't seem to be as they appear, rather. All that glitters isn't gold. Appearances can be deceiving. And that's because, Neptune is this planet of fantasy and illusion and unreality and things like that. So it's interesting because it's happening across Virgo and Pisces. So I think it's almost like even things which seem to be more factual and logical and things that make sense are still going to be kind of opposed or unduly influenced by perception or misperception or wishful thinking and that sort of thing. And in the days following that lunation, on September 10th, 11th, 12th, we see Venus is in the early degrees of Scorpio, Mars is in the early degrees of Aquarius, and those are both square and opposed Uranus in early Taurus. So this whole aspect configuration seems to evoke a very forcefully charged social dynamic where friends, people who are on the same side may unexpectedly be opposed, and people who maybe were always kind of at odds may find themselves kind of on the same side unexpectedly. So for you, since you were born with Pisces rising, it's almost like I guess your beloved like gurus, your beloved sort of thinkers, political thinkers or religious thinkers, are in a tense relationship with like, I don't know, I guess like your personal enemies since Mars is in your 12th, and those are in a surprising or difficult relationship with like your siblings since Uranus is in the 3rd. I don't know, that's like a really bastardized attempt to try to interpret that on the fly because there's 30 seconds left. Okay. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh yeah, so on September 24th, this is when we get the full moon at 2 Aries, and this is exactly square Saturn. So this is going to be a very Saturnine full moon. This full moon is going to be very Saturn-like. It will be receiving that Saturn in your 11th house. So that'll be another point at which that Saturn placement, that Saturn transit is kind of crystallized by that lunar alignment. And now we're out of time. So thank you for watching my horoscope. If you liked it, please support me on Patreon like a lot of other people are. I have some really cool prizes on there, so I hope you check those out. You can also check out, if you'd like me to read your chart, your individual natal chart, you can look at all my services and consultations and stuff on my website at www.bigfatastro.com. You can also subscribe to my channel so you don't make sure you don't miss any new content, and you can leave a like on this video. You can comment, nice comment. You can share it with your friends, and you can follow me on Facebook. I'm at Big Fat Astro. You can follow me on Twitter. I am P Watson Astro on Twitter. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you have a good month. Let me know how it goes, and I will see you later.